stupid questions.
Are ghosts real?
No.
I think so.
Is that a stupid question? Are ghosts
That's
real?
a stupid question.
It's stupid if you don't think they're real.
Okay.
I don't think they're real.
Wow. What the heck, guys?
They're all around us.
We've got a divide here. All right.
How do you know?
I'm leaning towards Bobby on this one, man. I think they're here. I think they're around us. I think they're. Oh man! But Matt, you're a skeptic, huh?
Yeah.
Prove it.
Show me proof.
Prove it.
You're not worthy.
Welcome to the Only Stupid Questions podcast, where we ask the questions that may be too stupid to ask. I'm Brandon.
I'm Bobby.
And I'm Matt.
Only stupid questions.
Guys, not to start off on a bad note here, but haven't you noticed there's been a lot of celebrity death as of late?
Yeah.
About time.
Ouch.
What? Too soon,
You know they
man.
go in threes, right?
Uh-oh. So who's the third? Did you see Dikembe Mutombo die?
Okay, so talking athletes, we lost Dikembe. We lost
Pete
arguably the
Rose.
best hitter of all time, Pete Rose.
The hit
And
king.
May he rest
Holy-
in peace.
Yeah.
But you know, the
cow.
Field of Dreams had an open spot on the roster, so it makes sense.
Okay.
It did.
All right.
Yeah, you got
Darth Vader.
Darth Vader,
Okay.
who's gone on. He's from the Field of Dreams, right?
James Earl Jones.
That's
Yes.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah. So James Earl Jones, he's got to get over there. And now you got Pete Rose. So who's the next baseball player to go? Because it's
Yikes.
threes.
Oh, I don't want to.
I don't
So
want to be
interview-
bold enough to say which one it is, but
Yeah, let's not wish that upon anybody.
but you know it's coming.
But we recently lost, some great athletes. We've got some great actors like James Earl Jones, Maggie Smith, the Dame Maggie Smith from Harry
Yeah,
Potter.
she's not going to make the baseball
Downton
team in the
Abbey.
Field of Dreams.
Oh man, she was in Hook, one of my favorite movies. She's not going to be in Field of Dreams.
Do you know she played the same character in every single movie she was in?
Just
Yeah.
about.
At least her older movies.
Yeah.
I don't think I would recognize any of her younger ones. Like I saw some pictures of her in her younger years, and I don't remember ever seeing those movies. But all of her older ones, like she was just this kind of ornery old lady, and she played it well.
She did it very well.
Which
She was
makes you
very
wonder
proper.
How much acting was it?
Do you think that's just how she was in real life? Just an ornery old lady?
She's just like
You never
that,
know.
huh?
Maybe she's super nice.
Not this. I'm sure she is. From what I've read, she was very well received amongst her peers. So
Do you
Man,
think she was well received in heaven, or did she go to hell?
no, man.
mm,
Look at some of the parts she played. She's definitely in heaven.
all dogs go to heaven.
Just James Earl Jones.
Is she a
the-
dog?
James Earl Jones is
You
the
caught that?
gate. He's the gate
Yeah.
announcer. What'd you say about what?
I said all dogs go
He
to
said all dogs go to heaven. And I
Don't
said, do you
know.
think she's a dog?
That didn't make sense. So I just moved
Oh,
past
yeah,
it.
it didn't.
You just block us out. Like Matt and I always have our own conversation on the podcast, and then there's Brandon over here, and he's
to
just
move it
doing a
along.
whole other thing.
I'm trying
And
to move it along.
occasionally he pulls us in, but we're off on the side just having a conversation.
Yeah.
I'm taking my ball and going home. I try to
That's what
acknowledge
just
everything I
happened.
can as I'm trying to guide the conversation.
You are by far one of the best hosts because you deal with the two of us that, like, we just have like ADD all day long and talk about the most random things. And you're all like serious or like, let's stay on a schedule and an agenda.
I don't. I just
Like
do
a
what I can.
gatekeeper,
I just,
time
Thank you for bringing us together.
you're welcome.
Oh.
You're welcome. I
Anyways,
pictured
what
James,
were we talking about?
James Earl Jones is at the gate announcing us as we go in. So I
Yeah.
think he's up there in heaven. He's doing his thing. And then you got Chris Christopherson, who we recently lost. One of them
Who's that?
highwaymen.
Whoa.
He was,
Who's
uh,
that?
he
Are
was
you
a-
kidding me?
He was
Who
a
was
big
Chris
deal.
Christopherson?
Bobby.
Easy,
Let
Sunday
me Google
morning coming
this.
down.
easy.
Ring a bell? No.
Oh, I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh my gosh. Okay. He's a country
Chris?
music singer and songwriter for decades. From back in the early
You've heard
probably
of
early 60s on. Maybe
heard of
50s.
Why does he have the same first name and last name?
Why not?
Stop it.
It's like
Stop
Kris Kringle. Well, sort of.
Yeah,
Okay,
they're
I just pulled
related.
up his picture. I've never seen this man in my life.
You have
What?
to. He was
He's
best
been in some
buds.
movies even.
He was best buddies with Johnny Cash and
Yeah, he wrote one of the arguably
Highwaymen. Yeah, he's part of that
Johnny
group.
Cash's most famous. Well, maybe not most famous, but
That
pretty
doesn't
close
mean
to
I
most famous
recognize
song.
his picture.
That's
All right.
true. Well,
All right.
all right.
He
Well,
died
good
in
for him.
Hawaii, I see.
I think he lived there, didn't he?
Good for him.
Well, I would assume he was living there if he died there.
Well, you never know. It could have been a shark attack or something.
Well, dying on vacation would suck.
No,
Or
or
would
would
it?
it? I don't know.
I don't
That's a
know.
good. That's
I
a
think
good.
It
there's
sucked
worse
for
ways to
those
go out.
with you. Let me just say
Yeah.
that. Can you
Yeah.
imagine if you were on this great vacation and you had to haul your spouse home dead?
Yeah,
That puts a
Yeah.
real damper on things.
it's
It'd be a bummer for them. It'd be awesome for
Lampoon.
you, but bummer
Yeah.
for them.
Lampoon Vacation vibes. But
My wife would leave me behind and say I just didn't catch the plane.
we spread his ashes into the sea.
I don't know where he is. I
He
think he
just
left me.
I don't know where he is. He didn't make the plane, and he left some kind of note. I don't know. He, yeah, but
He didn't get
also
out of bed. I thought he was tired.
Sorry about it. And for some reason, we took out an additional insurance policy right before we left on vacation. I just don't know what the meaning behind that was.
Doesn't everybody's spouse do that?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yes.
Just me?
Yes?
Just you.
Question mark? Okay.
All right, so there's a singer, and you mentioned two baseball players. Well,
Well,
actually, James Earl Jones wasn't a real baseball player, but he gets credit.
You got Tito Jackson. He was pretty talented. I mean, of course, his brother got all the fame, all the headlines, but
Yeah. He was part of the Jackson 5.
I mean, on Halloween grounds, the voice of Oogie Boogie from Nightmare Before Christmas, Ken Page,
Oh, is
passed
that right?
away. Yeah, we're just on a high note here, aren't we? But
You know, the Earth is overpopulated, so...
wow, you're just being
And some of these famous
super
people
empathetic today.
are just way too liberal.
That's true.
What?
Way too liberal.
Wow. Glad I can leave that in the
Okay.
recording, you jerk.
You can cut that out. You can leave it in. I don't care.
All right.
He don't care.
Now, is the ghost of James Earl Jones going to appear to us? Like, is he?
In a
I mean, it's
cornfield,
October.
yes.
It's
Yeah, you have
October.
to be near a cornfield.
Oh, you got to be near a cornfield, or I need the force, right? I mean,
Yes, you need the
was
force.
okay, so we got the force or a cornfield. That narrows it down. Okay,
If you go through a corn maze, you might see James Earl Jones.
maybe at least
And
hear
Pete
him,
Rose.
right? I just want to hear him. I need that voice.
Who was the other guy? Who played Shoeless Joe? He's dead too.
Yeah, they're dropping.
What's his name?
I
Ray
don't know.
something or other.
Use your device.
Ray.
Ray Romano.
No. Shoot.
Well, speaking of Ray, I ended up watching some of the most recent Ghostbusters. I was inspired by some of these celebrity deaths. It's October. It's Halloween. Let's make sure I'm up to date on my Ghostbusters. Ray being one of the Ghostbusters. And a sequel. We had a really great episode last week and the week before on sequel movies. And I think this is a great season to revisit some of those sequel movies. Again, we'd love to hear from you guys and on maybe some of the ones that you've revisited. Beetlejuice is on our list.
Ray Liotta, by the way.
Ray Liotta. Wow, that's a big name.
Yeah, he died recently.
We lost Ray. Wow.
I mean, I don't think it was this year. It was a couple of years ago.
Okay.
2022.
Oh, he was a big deal.
Yeah,
He was really
67.
He was really good in a lot of those gangster films earlier in his career as well.
Yeah.
Great rugby movie, the Highland Rugby Team, if you remember that one. Wow. Yeah, Ray Liotta. That's a big name. Now, if they appear to me, I will call the Ghostbusters because that's who you're supposed to call, right? Who are you going to call?
Well, some ghosts are friendly ghosts.
Are they?
Why wouldn't they be?
Are ghosts real?
Why wouldn't they? No.
I think so.
Is that a stupid question? Are ghosts
That's
real?
a stupid question.
It's stupid if you don't think they're real.
Okay.
I don't think they're real.
Wow. What the heck, guys?
They're all around us.
We've got a divide here. All right.
How do you know?
I'm leaning towards Bobby on this one, man. I think they're here. I think they're around us. I think they're Oh man. But Matt, you're a skeptic, huh?
Yeah.
Prove it.
Show me proof.
Prove it.
You're not worthy.
So you can
All
see
right,
ghosts around you all the time.
No, but sometimes I think I hear them.
Yeah, but could it be that it's just your mind playing tricks on you? I think you see what you want to see and
Maybe.
you hear what
Hey.
you want to hear.
Okay, so that's a
When
great
I was a kid,
theory.
and not like too young of a kid, like, I don't know, like 10, 11, 12, 13. Like, I know some people that swear that they have seen ghosts, and they told me where they had seen said ghosts. And I've heard other people that I know don't know those other people, but they've seen the same ghost in the same place, and they describe the same thing.
Sounds like hearsay to me. That's inadmissible.
How would it be hearsay? Both two completely different individuals had the same experience at the same place, and they don't know each other.
There's no
Huh.
there's no proof. There's no
That sounds like
evidence.
proof to me.
Maybe not for you.
There's no legitimate evidence.
All right.
Just
Well,
wait until one appears to you and you crap your pants.
Hey, listen, there have been times in my life when I felt like I may have seen something, but again, I think you see and hear what you want to see and hear.
All right. All right.
I think it's just your mind kind of messing with you. And I think your mind's a powerful thing and can do a lot of things and
Very.
make you believe you may have heard something or saw something when maybe you really didn't.
Well, the ghosts I think exist are not necessarily the ghosts that movies make them out to be. Because movies make ghosts out to be like all
Terrible.
scary
Terrible.
and evil, and they're going to possess your body. But I legitimately believe that people can come back from after they died to visit, and sometimes you just might see them. And maybe they are coming back because they have some unfinished business. Maybe it's because they're just nosy and want to check up on you.
Nosy ghost.
Maybe
Okay.
it's because they don't know they're dead,
Okay.
and so they just never went towards the light. But I legitimately believe that there's ghosts among us.
Well, it's kind of like my kids, they used to believe that there was an Easter Bunny and a Santa Claus and all that stuff too.
Wait, what?
I think
You're saying
eventually,
There's not?
I think eventually you'll get to the point in your life where you decide that, okay, maybe that's kid stuff.
Wow.
You think ghosts are
So-
for kids?
So one
I'm
day,
just
Bobby,
saying.
we will become educated enough and mature enough to put those things behind us, is what he's saying. One day.
Perhaps.
Matt, if I go before you, I'm coming back and haunting the shit out of you.
Well, first, you're not going to go before me. So that's
You don't
for
know?
sure. I'm pretty sure. Unless you get hit by a bus or your plane
I
crashes.
do a
hopefully
lot
not.
more extreme crap than you, so I think my risk odds are higher than yours.
Yeah, but I have other issues going on, so
That's why you'll
Like-
stay forever.
yeah, I don't think so.
Okay. I'll
But-
bury both of you and we'll make it.
I would welcome
party
you
out
to
of
come
it.
back and prove to me, Bobby. that
I'm
there's
going to
an
make you
afterlife.
so scared that you'll have to join me as a ghost.
I'm fine
so
with that.
how would we prove it to you, Matt? What would you be looking for as a sign that we are in fact ghosts and we have come back to be around you? Like what
Just
would
hard
that look
evidence,
like?
baby.
Hard evidence. Man.
Yeah, 2 or 3
So,
witnesses.
Have
every
you heard
word
of
established?
Have you heard of the theory that the soul of a human body has weight? That it actually weighs something. Have you heard that?
I've heard that. Yeah.
Okay.
I bet mine weighs more than yours because I just ate a big meal.
So this was a
I thought you were
controversial.
going to say because you're more soulful than me, but
Oh, soul
you know.
man.
I've had more soul food than you.
I'm a soul man.
I live in the South.
Even my soul.
you do live in the
can
South,
put
so
it
you do
down.
get better food. No doubt.
Mhm.
Oh no. So a lot of that theory comes from this experiment done back in 1907 by Dr. Duncan McDougall, an
Did he
American
found Dunkin'
physician.
Donuts?
Yes.
Nick, this is McDougall. You got donuts on the brain, Bobby? I recommend you fix that after the recording. We'll
Well, Dunkin' Donuts aren't that great. So
this is anyway. Duncan McDougall. This guy attempted to measure the mass of a human soul by what? Look at listen to what he did. So he weighed terminally ill patients right before their death and then right after their death.
well, they're probably lighter because your body, when you die, expels fluids. So did he pick up all the fluids?
So that's why
That's
this
part
is
of the
a
equation.
that's why this is a controversial and largely debunked experiment.
Like
But
they
you're
probably
exactly
died and then they pissed themselves.
right. Yeah, a lot of things come out of the body. People don't realize that when one passes away.
Yeah, dying is not glamorous. It's
No, it's
messy.
not. It is a
And
mess.
God bless those people that clean up your body after you die so your family doesn't have to do it.
Right. And then, yikes. Anyway, so he believes that he accounted for all of that. Keeping the body contained on a medical tray type table. You can contain all of that according
So
to
did he
his
kill
experiment.
these people for this
Right?
experiment?
So that's the first question, right? Is you just sat around and waited for him to die, did you? You just
Yeah,
waited?
like
Yeah.
people die on their own schedule. So how do you
Did you say it was
well,
Dr.
can you just
Kevorkian? Was that
hurry
his
up
last
and
name?
die? Because I got a
Sounds
tea
Kevorkian.
time.
Yeah, I got a tea time. Even back in 1907, people were golfing. So he believes that he accounted for all. He claimed that there was a loss of up to 21 grams in body weight at the moment of death.
Maybe they had a big fart.
Okay.
Because would air make you weigh more if it's inside your body?
It
That's
could.
mass.
So other
How
How much
factors
does
like the
how much does air weigh?
gases, I don't think.
By the
would
way,
alone
you're gonna
count
think
for
this is
that.
gross, Brandon, but Matt, you'll appreciate this.
What? Why would he and not? Okay, I'm ready.
That's a great
I'm ready.
start.
I'm
Okay,
offended
let's
already.
go.
I'm offended, but continue. Yeah.
Let's hear it.
Matt's gonna love this, and I know you're gonna try it out tonight. I found a video that teaches you how to properly capture a fart.
I've
The
seen
bubble?
it.
Matt forwarded
Yeah,
that to me.
The guy in the bathtub.
Matt
Oh,
already
I
yeah.
got it. You sent it to me.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Matt spread
Come on,
that to
man.
us. Yeah.
You got to give credit.
All right, well, I'm sharing it back with you. But
I
you got to get in the
appreciate
tub with a bottle that's full of water.
It's
You got to
epic.
fart in it and then put a lid on it and pull it out, and that air bubble is your fart.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Preserved.
And you could probably
So what I
wait.
want you to do is weigh
Mhm.
that air bubble.
Mhm.
Okay.
I bet yours weighs more than mine.
Why would you bet that?
Wow. What kind of a statement is that? Golly. Thicker
Because
air
there are
coming from Matt.
particulates.
All right. Thicker air.
Yours you can taste.
Sonic boom. Sonic boom.
It's extra chewy. You got the particulates in there in the air.
Yeah, I'm so
Nice.
old. I totally forgot you sent that to me, and I was just pleased to tell you all about it.
Yeah, we need
Yeah,
to talk
I was
about
excited
your
to share it with
condition.
you.
Let's talk about your condition.
Mine will kill a guy.
Yeah, if I could just kill a man. So I asked ChatGPT about evidence of ghosts. You guys want to hear what
Uh-oh.
it said?
Sure.
Here's ChatGPT responding to my question. According to you, are ghosts real? He or she or whatever this thing is. I do not have personal beliefs or opinions, but based on the scientific perspective, there is no confirmed evidence to support the existence of ghosts.
And I rest my case.
Oh, so ChatGPT
You're trusting Chat GPT on
and,
this.
and Matt GPT
Matt GPT.
and
That's
Chat
right.
GPT both have confirmed that there is no ghosts. Now, I have been on official ghost hunts. Have you guys ever seen those, like the ghost hunters on TV with all of their equipment?
Yeah.
It's like real life Ghostbusters minus the success.
Mhm. Right.
Ghost
You
hunters.
just
That's
said
a
it.
fun. Okay. So these ghost hunter type shows, they've pretty much been proven to be hoaxes, but they still have this equipment, these experiences, and I was able to witness some of this firsthand. It was interesting, some of the things they use. Some of the equipment, I mean, they go as basic as photographs and videos, so they'll video and photograph everything they do, and they'll look for weird things within these photographs. They're photographing just pitch black rooms, and you name it. There's also electronic voice phenomenon, or phenomena, EVP. So they'll sometimes report hearing disembodied voices or audio recordings believed to be the voices of spirits.
Alleged.
Right.
Yes.
And they have equipment to do so. Sometimes it's like a radio scanner that tries picking up just anything in the air, and it tries to piece together words, and it'll stop when it hears something. It was interesting to watch in action. And then there's temperature drops and EMF fluctuations, so electromagnetic fluctuations. Again, they have equipment for this, and it really is interesting. Brooke from work, you guys might know Brooke. He runs.
Oh, we probably shouldn't say
and
the full name.
fully participates in one of these local ghost hunting units, and you can actually pay $20 to go watch them. Yeah,
that's
it's
it.
pretty cool. Yeah, it was quick. It was $20. It helps support their hobby, and it was really cool.
Yeah,
It was
more.
It was an old 150-year-old theater in Magna that we went to. A coworker from Phoenix was in town, so we hit it up, and it was interesting to say the least. I don't believe we found anything, but
let
yeah,
me
what do
run
you think?
something by you. Don't you think it's possible and scientifically proven that some of these wavelengths and whatever you're picking up just kind of stay in the air and travel through the air?
Okay.
Just saying. So, like, maybe somebody that
So
says
you're proving
something...
our theory of there's ghosts just floating through the air?
Maybe somebody that said something a mile away or whatever, and that voice has traveled
right,
and through some wave or whatever, and
I don't doubt
is
that.
picked up later along in a room somewhere, is not a ghost. I'm just saying.
Or is it?
No.
Or is it? And like Matt said,
It's
you
a sound
hear
wave.
you hear and see what you want to believe. I think there's a lot of that going on in this community.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's really interesting. I again, maybe Bobby can back me up on this without going too detailed here. We've maybe felt or seen things that make us believe that we're not alone, or that something else might be there. I was Matt. I was Matt most of my life, to tell you the truth. I didn't believe that existed or that could happen.
Can you imagine if everybody could see ghosts? It would be chaos, turmoil. And I don't think ghosts are out to scare people like the movies. But I do think that, whether you want to call it a ghost or a spirit, I think after people die, they linger around sometimes. And I know a lot of people that have said they've seen things.
I definitely think people have said they've seen things, and I think people actually believe they've seen things and heard things. But I feel like those things that they're seeing and hearing are part of their imagination. And
explain to me how you get two different people who have never met, they've never heard any stories, and they can describe the exact same thing. They saw it in the same place, completely different years, and there's many people who have seen the same ghost, and it's an old lady sitting in a rocking chair up on this porch of a really, really old house.
Oh, yeah.
And so many people have described her sitting there just rocking away on the porch.
I think word travels fast with rumors.
I think
it's
they're
kind
really
of
there.
like this. Remember we did an episode a long time ago about the Salt Lake City Cemetery. Remember that?
Yes.
And
yes,
Emo's grave. So
Shout
that
out
thing
to-
was a legend for years and years and years and years before I
It's
ever
still a legend.
went up there. It still is. Yeah, it still is. But when I was a teenager, that was traveling all around. And when you're a teenager, you kind of, I don't know, you have all of these I don't know what it is. You're kind of looking for something like that, I feel like.
Right.
At least you were back in my day before the internet. We had to go entertain ourselves and stuff.
big time. Yeah.
Before phones were invented.
Right before before phones. Yeah,
These smart devices. Yeah.
jerk. No. Anyway, I mean, we heard all those things. We went up there, and I feel like after we went up there, you know, some people were saying, "Oh yeah, I definitely saw something." Or, "Oh, I definitely
So what's the
heard something."
motivation?
I just think you want to believe it. I think you want to believe it so much that you're willing to kind of invent that in your mind. The mind's a powerful thing. It can almost convince you that you actually saw something or heard something that maybe you know, definitely didn't exist, you know, or whatever,
So
in multiple ways, not just ghosts. I think a lot of times people want to, people need comfort. People need to feel like there's something more after they die. And I don't want to get into the religion aspect of anything, but I just feel like the need to believe is so much with people that want to believe that there's ghosts, and without any proof or without any evidence or whatever, just kind of want to believe that. And there's nothing wrong with that. I'm just saying that it doesn't happen to be my belief. I base my beliefs and things on tangible evidence and scientific proof, that kind of thing, where, you know, like they've, like Brandon mentioned, that study that they tried and now has since been debunked. Nobody can prove that there are ghosts. They can only speculate, and they can use materials that they feel like pick up radio waves or signals, or you know, some sound wave or whatever. um, but it's not evidence enough to prove or disprove anything.
That's interesting. They've tried to recreate that at a few universities, actually. That experiment of trying to weigh the soul, and they all claim to be successful, and definitely not 21 grams. That's interesting, though. Okay, so Matt's more, hey, I'll believe it when I see it. Show me the proof.
do you think people believe it so they be comforted, like, hey, my loved one has
Right.
gone on to a better place,
Mm-hmm.
blah, blah, blah. What about people that show up at Emo's grave? Like, what's their motivation for wanting to believe it?
Yeah, I think again that's like a, you know, when you're going through, it's not a bunch of 60-year-olds that are going to go show up at Emo's grave, right? It was a fun teenage thing to do, to go up there and kind of get scared because you like to scare your buddy or whatever. I don't know what the motivation is for that, but there must be some motivation. I did it when I was a teenager. I know
Right.
a lot of people did.
Hmm.
It was kind of like the K's Cross here in Kaysville. You know, we've talked about that too on a previous episode. Um, but you know, there's some sort of draw to these things that you want to get scared, or you want to scare your friend, or see how they're going to react, and all of that is to get a reaction. You know, I
Oh, the
feel like
thrill seeking.
thrill seeking. Yeah, exactly.
Maybe.
So do you think people like being scared?
I think so. I think some people do. Some people don't, most definitely, but some people really do. That's where there wouldn't be an entire industry with horror
yeah.
movies and scary shows.
Billions of
kind of
dollars.
thing.
Billions.
I personally don't like being scared, just so you know.
So is it because, and I think we
I'm
need
with
to
you.
do, we're going to actually do, just FYI, an episode on that this month. We're calling it the Only Spooky Questions podcast series for the month of October. One of our episodes we are planning is exactly what Bobby just mentioned. Why do people either like to or don't like to be scared? Why do people seek these things? Like here in Utah, for example, we have nationally ranked haunted houses. We're talking 3 or 4 of them in the area, top 10 in the nation, consistently ranked. And so we
Go us.
definitely love it here. And I know Bobby has mentioned they love it in North Carolina, the old East Coast, some of those stories. And so it's
The
definitely
East Coast
something-
is haunted.
the entire coast is. And so there's billions of dollars in this industry, whether it's movies or haunted houses or Halloween, period, the whole month of October. So we plan to do an episode on why. What's the psychology behind why people love being scared? Maybe you hate it. We can dive into all of that. I'm looking forward to that. What's another episode we have to look forward to in the Only Spooky Questions podcast?
What's the better Halloween candy?
That I can't wait. I cannot wait to have that battle. What is the best Halloween candy? What's the worst?
Yeah,
And why are you
I got a
wrong and
few
I'm
ideas.
right? Yeah, I know I'm right about that one. That'll be a good battle. And then we'll share as many other spooky stories as we can as well throughout the month. I'm looking
Because we're
forward
trying to scare you.
We really in reality want to scare you. Yeah.
I'm going to scare Matt. That's my new mission in life.
Well, I'll tell you what scares me.
I think he
You,
could do it.
why would you want to scare me? You know I've already got an issue with my heart. I'd probably have a heart attack right then and there.
Jeez.
Well, I give you CPR after we hosed you off.
We'll make sure that the insurance policy is good.
Okay.
Sometimes those insurance policies don't kick in until a few years after you take it out, so we might need to time this a little bit better there, Bobby. We don't want to.
Do you know you can take an insurance policy out basically like on anyone?
What?
It's crazy, right? Yeah.
Yeah,
Is that
That'd
true?
be a
I
good-
could take
that
an
would-
insurance policy out. It's basically I'm betting on your life.
That'd be a great episode.
I didn't know you could do that.
Yeah, I'll pay the premium, but if you die, I get the proceeds.
Sweet.
Just
It
making
is
a
like
wager with the
gambling.
insurance company.
I like that. That's
Wow.
my kind
Now,
of
a
betting.
lot of those insurance companies are going to want you to get a physical, but if I took out a policy where it was no physical, I might be there. I read somewhere that Walmart used to do that on their greeters.
What? Are you kidding me? You're joking me, right?
What?
You haven't heard that?
You're pulling my leg. There's no way
What?
that's real.
Let's research this. Let's find out if it's true. But the
There's no
allegation is that that's how they afforded to always have these elderly greeters, is that when they hired them, they'd take out a life insurance policy. So when they died, they got reimbursed for all the wages they paid them.
No.
That's the allegation.
That cannot be
Oh
true.
my gosh. So Walmart was sued back in 2010 for
You notice how they don't have elderly greeters anymore.
for
Are
collecting
you
life
kidding me?
insurance. Walmart sued for collecting life insurance on employees.
I already hated Walmart before. Now I just have another reason to hate those.
Uncle
guys.
Bobby was right.
Whoa.
That is unreal.
Mind blown.
Do you
What a
remember
way-
when every Walmart you would go in would have this old dude that would be like, "Welcome
Yes.
to Walmart." They
He
ain't
wrote a
got
song
that no
about it.
more.
You're talking about that Midvale one. That guy
Huh?
was a legend.
Yeah.
Oh,
I wonder
know,
how much his
welcome to-
policy paid out.
I
Welcome
wrote a
to
song about those
Walmart.
old guys.
Oh, yeah, you did.
I did.
Sing it.
You shake that old man's hand. Come on, you don't know my Walmart song?
I don't remember.
I've played
All right.
backup drums to it a few times.
It's
That's
not
right.
one of your songs I remember.
Oh,
It's a
okay.
good one.
It's not memorable enough.
We'll have to
Well,
play it for the
there's a
people.
couple others that far outweigh it, I guess.
Okay.
Dude, well, you've blown my mind. That's a great way to lead into the rest of the Only Spooky Questions podcast. Holy cow, let's find more stuff like that.
I can't believe you guys didn't know that.
I didn't know
Blown
that.
my-
I had no idea.
I didn't think
You
that
had
was
me
legal.
believing that I was wrong in making this up.
Nope. I just found like 15 articles supporting it.
Yeah,
and
That's incredible.
they've got to be true.
Mhm.
So,
What a bunch of
holy
jerks.
cow. Well, what we are looking forward to is the rest of October. And what we want is for you. Maybe you heard last week's episode where we had a few colors. We want more of that. We want your voice on the podcast. So think about why are some of the reasons that you get scared? Do you like it? Do you hate it? What's your favorite Halloween candy? What's the worst Halloween candy? What's a candy that you'll die defending that everybody else hates, but maybe you love? That would be a great conversation. I've got a few that people hate that I love.
Candy corns, I bet.
Don't
I'm just
blow
throwing it out
Okay,
there.
I'm
Sorry.
sure that's a big one. I'm sure that's a big one, and I'll fight you on
Ain't
that. one.
nobody like that legitimately.
Okay.
does.
Wow, we already have a fight.
It's like Easter for peeps. Peeps are terrible.
Whoa.
Peeps are awesome.
Okay,
What?
and I hate peeps. We need to.
That's an
Guys,
Easter episode.
Are we still friends? What's going? Oh,
I like to get the peeps, the little bunnies, and shove them all in my mouth and be a chubby bunny myself.
You would,
You
Mhm.
would, actually.
and
Yeah.
you probably
You
say "Chubby bunny." You probably do it.
Chubby bunny.
You probably do it. Yep, I knew it. Okay, guys. Well, it was a pleasure. Looking forward to the rest of the Only Spooky Questions podcast for October 2024.
Only spooky questions.
Ooh. Well,
Cue the spooky music.
Thanks for
Pretend
calling
to.
in from the exotic land of Austin. That was fun.
Barbecue here is legit.
Oh, no, I'm jealous.
You're the best.
Travel safe, Bobby. I got an insurance plan on you.
Yes.
Oh, jeez.
Crazy.
All right.
Unreal. Hey, thanks for listening to the Only Stupid Questions podcast. Give us a like and a subscribe. Please leave a review wherever you listen to your podcast.
Only stupid questions.